Forget your morning coffee. The real wake-up call for global tech dominance just got served, piping hot. A major voice straight from the heart of the AI revolution basically dropped the mic, calling China's AI rivals quite formidable. Suddenly, what felt like a friendly neighborhood tech race has morphed into a high-stakes blockbuster, pitting innovation titans against each other for the future's crown, from brainy AI to the very cars we'll be silently gliding in. And speaking of cars, while America's still polishing its EV dreams, China's already built an electric dynasty, basically owning the fast lane. The internet, naturally, is abuzz, and everyone's asking, are we watching the tech equivalent of The Empire Strikes Back? Only this time, the challenger is playing a whole new game.
The world of artificial intelligence is a pulsating arena where digital gladiators clash, and the latest superstar from the East, DeepSeek's R1 model, is sending shockwaves through the ranks. As of May 2025, R1 isn't just nipping at the heels of OpenAI's established champions, it's trading blows. Imagine an AI that doesn't just solve textbook math problems, but tackles the fiendishly complex puzzles of the AIME 2025 test, the kind designed to stump even brilliant human minds, and nails an astonishing 87.5% accuracy. That's not just number crunching, it's akin to DeepMind's AlphaFold moment, but for pure mathematical and logical deduction, putting R1 shoulder to shoulder with the reasoning prowess of OpenAI's O3 and Google's Gemini 2.5 Pro. Picture it, R1 crafting elegant, functional code for a complex software project in minutes, or untangling intricate logical paradoxes that would tie human philosophers in knots. And DeepSeek isn't hoarding this power. By open sourcing R1, they're essentially handing the keys to a Formula One car to any aspiring racer, democratizing access to cutting-edge AI and fostering a global wave of innovation. But these digital titans don't spring from the ether, they feast on computational power. And that's where the silicon heart of AI, the GPU, beats. Nvidia, the undisputed heavyweight champion, still commands the ring with over 80% of the global GPU market in 2024. Their chips are the silent, whirring engines in data centers worldwide, the bedrock upon which most current AI marvels are built. Yet a formidable challenger is rising, Huawei. Their Ascend series, particularly the Ascend 910D, isn't just knocking on the door, it's aiming to kick it down. This chip is engineered to go toe-to-toe with Nvidia's workhorse H100 and even trade blows with the next-generation Blackwell architecture, offering the raw horsepower needed to train these colossal AI models. Sure, whispers from the server rooms mention occasional teething problems, stability wobbles, or connectivity quirks, like a powerful race car still being fine-tuned on the track. But the sheer fact that Huawei is producing such competitive silicon, especially while navigating the fierce headwinds of US export controls, is a testament to China's rapidly accelerating semiconductor ingenuity, forged in the crucible of necessity. So the AI arena is electrified. In one corner, China is unleashing software intellect that can dissect advanced mathematics and write sophisticated programs with breathtaking skill. In the other, the US still grips the hardware crown, but its dominance is being fiercely contested. The race is no longer a gentle jog, it's a heart-pounding sprint, and the finish line for hardware supremacy seems to be getting closer with every passing quarter. The question on everyone's lips: for how much longer can the old guard hold on to its lead as new champions emerge armed with both brilliant code and increasingly powerful, homegrown silicon? So, in AI, we're seeing a neck-and-neck race. China is innovating rapidly, but the US still holds a slight edge in hardware. But for how long?
Next, let's talk about electric vehicles, where China is undeniably leading the pack. In 2024, China's battery electric vehicle BEV market share was 27%, compared to just 8% in the US. By 2025, projections suggest China's EV market could grow even further, with electric cars expected to represent around 45% of total car sales. Companies like BYD, NIO, and XPeng are not only dominating the domestic market, but also expanding globally with affordable and innovative models. In contrast, Tesla, while still a leader, is facing increased competition. Its market share in the US has been declining from 64% in 2022 to 48% in 2024. And policies like Trump's proposed 100% tariffs on Chinese EVs could further complicate the US's position. But China's lead isn't just about sales, it's about infrastructure. China has invested massively in EV charging stations and battery manufacturing, giving it a significant advantage. China's EV dominance is a wake-up call for the US. With policies like the Inflation Reduction Act, the US is trying to catch up, but China's head start is hard.
In consumer electronics, the story is similar. Chinese brands like Huawei, Xiaomi, and Oppo are not only popular in China, but are also making inroads internationally. In China's mobile phone market, Huawei holds a 25.70% share, just ahead of Apple's 22.83%. This is remarkable considering the US sanctions that have limited Huawei's access to advanced chips. These companies are innovating rapidly, offering feature-rich devices at competitive prices, which resonates with consumers globally. Meanwhile, Apple continues to dominate in premium segments, but the rise of Chinese brands is undeniable. China's overall consumer electronics market is projected to grow from $206.9 billion in 2025 to $347.7 billion by 2030. Far outpacing the US market, which was valued at $245.1 billion in 2024. While Apple still has a strong global presence, Chinese brands are gaining ground, especially in their home market and beyond. It's a David versus Goliath story, but David is getting stronger.
When it comes to robotics, China has taken the lead in industrial robotics, installing 52% of global robots in 2023, driven by policies like Made in China 2025. Companies like CSUN are supplying robots for manufacturing, including for global brands like Audi. This focus on scale and cost effectiveness has made China a powerhouse in industrial automation. The US, while not leading in sheer numbers, is at the forefront of advanced robotics. Companies like Boston Dynamics are developing robots for more complex and adaptive tasks, from logistics to defense. So while China excels in volume, the US is pushing the boundaries of what robots can do. China's industrial robotics lead is impressive, but the US's focus on advanced robotics shows that innovation isn't just about numbers, it's about what you can do with the technology. Of course, this tech race doesn't happen in a vacuum. It's heavily influenced by geopolitical tensions. The US has imposed tariffs on Chinese goods and restricted technology exports, particularly in semiconductors, to maintain its technological edge. In early 2025, US tariffs on Chinese exports averaged 126.5% before being reduced, while China's tariffs on US goods reached 32.6%. China, in response, has doubled down on self-sufficiency, with initiatives like Made in China 2025, aiming to lead in 10 high-tech sectors by 2025. These policies have led to a decoupling of supply chains, with both countries trying to reduce their dependence on each other. However, complete decoupling is challenging due to the interconnected nature of the global economy. Still, the trend is towards greater self-reliance and protectionism, which could slow down global innovation in the long run. The US-China tech war is as much about economics as it is about national security. Both sides are playing hardball, and the rest of the world is watching closely. So, where does this leave us? The rise of Chinese tech is indeed a challenge to American dominance, but it's also a catalyst for innovation on both sides. The US needs to continue investing in R&D, education, and policies that foster innovation, while China will likely continue to push forward with state support. The future of tech is not just about who has the best products today, but who can sustain leadership in the technologies of tomorrow: AI, quantum computing, biotechnology, and more. It's a marathon, not a sprint, and both countries are in it for the long haul. What do you think? Is Chinese tech a threat, or is it healthy competition? Let us know in the comments.